It's like it is technical difficulty. But going back to Romans chapter 13, verse 3, well, really verse 4, a revenge to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. So, this is what the Lord gonna do to for His people, two-thirds of our nation, and to the heathens. That if you're going of evil, He gonna execute you, righteously, because you're an unrighteous person, and you have to be dealt with righteously, a righteous ignorant nation, But going back to the lesson of order and obedience, and this is what you got to have if you're going under order and the commandments and in obedience of Yahweh Shema Shai, you're out of His mercy now. You're going to be in His eyesight, in His eyesight. Because ultimately, if you're under Yahweh Shema Shai, then you gonna be right by His side. He not gonna look down at you. He gonna look down at everyone else that provokes His anger. Now look down at His children. At least in wrath. He won't look down at His children in wrath for the ones that call after His name. He gonna look at the heathens, judge them. He gonna look at two other people and judge them, and that's how the Lord's work. Is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, I'm starting verse 1. To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love, a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. So ultimately that order Shalakia is order in all this. Is order ultimately the obedience, having obedience to Yahweh Shemashah. You know all these things. You'll know what time is it, because that's given to by the Lord. For now it's time. You can be joyful right now. In this flesh right now, that you know the name of Yahweh Shemashah. But as simple as a man, you still got work to do. You still got to do videos. You got to watch videos. You got to study. You still got to keep pushing, because it's only the beginning of the end. We still got to wait for the dollar collapse, Jacob's trouble, all that. To see everything else. So right now we can be joyful, but we not at the very end. We close to it though. The doors almost closed for people to not come in. For anyone to be saved, is close to it. That's why we trying to wake up the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, to show them that they are the true Israelites of the Bible, that they are God's chosen people, and that the true name of the Father is not just God. That's a title. It's Yahweh, meaning He exists. In the Son name not being Jesus Christ, it'd be Yahweh, meaning He delivers, and ultimately He gonna deliver His people peace, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shemashah, and of course this place of swift destruction, and through that, the only way you shall know is through order and obedience, and through faith, and through knowing every not everything, but knowing the Spirit of Yahweh Shemashah in the scriptures, using what the Lord has given us, this book, the scriptures, the sword, to find what you need to do, and ultimately just pray, study, watch lessons. If you're a man, do lessons, go on the highways and byways, reach one, teach one. Wake up any brother, sister, or child you can that has a light on him, So This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 11. A just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work. So anything that's just a just weight and a balance is of course the Lord's. Anything that's not just, you know, that's not a true balance is an abomination. You know, you gotta have just works, a just weight and a just balance. You got everything you do must be just, because we're men and we're in the flesh, and we do have something called, vanity, lust, carnality. You know, you can't be a part of that. You can't be allowed to let yourself to invoke wrath. You know, to be angry, even at Esau, even at your own people, because in your head you just gotta say to yourself, forget the Lord. They know not what they do, and ultimately you can fix them, but if they can't be fixed, then you know where they place is. Same with the heathens. The heathens are made to be wicked, so that's definitely a pass. That's not a pass of the Lord, not for them to be enslaved and destroyed, but ultimately a pass to invoke my anger. I already know Moab gonna try to steal my dog and eat it. I already know Esau gonna try to try to not let me get a job, and as soon as I get the job, fire me. That's how it goes. But but honestly, knowing that you are a child of the Most High, Yahweh Shemashah, that's a treasure enough to know that. Shoot, not everybody in the scripture even not had a job where you can learn how to fish, or a carpenter, or a farmer, or just simply be a hermit, be in the wilderness eating locusts and honey. So hey, look, push come to shove, it won't be nothing wrong with that. To know that now all the men of the Lord were just men with suits and ties and bean pies, or handing out plates. So that's not how it went. Some were kings and princes, and of course we all princes under the ruling of Yahweh. But that some were just lowly, simply being lowly, being low, a low man, and that's something greater to know and have, that our people were low, and to have to know in this society, that's what we are now. That's what we have to be now. Understand our place in society is to still be humble and still be meek. You can't have pridefulness in this kingdom. You can be have pride in the name of Yahweh Shemashah, to simply just have that. Have the name of Yahweh Shemashah, but it's also not yours. It's not yours as a man or a woman or child. It's everyone's of the nation of Israel, the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and speckled birds. It's theirs as well. It's all our peoples. But of course, 2/3 are gonna reject it. Split it out. But of course, it's still theirs. When they get back in the kingdom. When they come through the seed. So, man, ultimately going back to balance and order, man. And a just weight and balance of the Lord, man. This is Job chapter 31, verse 6. Let me be weighed in even balance, that Yahweh may know my integrity. So, man. Job want to be weighed in an even balance, to know just going for righteous brothers out there that know that they have integrity, they have ultimately meekness and diligence to want to know more in this truth, to know that they would simply die for the Lord Yahweh Shemashah. They would do anything for the Lord Yahweh Shemashah in a righteous manner. This type of spirit we gotta have now. To want to be weighed right now. But of course you might not think you worthy now. You might not think you have the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah. You look in the mirror and Yahweh Shah look at you and you'll be afraid he don't see you. But this is something that as a brother or sister can work on every day. They can work on every single second of the day, praying and studying. to have integrity not only in yourself but your by Shemal Shah. To know that you're trying to be diligent and do your best. Of course, to still have humbleness and have obedience in order. So this was a lesson. Y'all, this is an edifying lesson. With that, I want to say shalom.